Since I make videos about all kinds of expensive things, I need to have a lot of objects, a lot of little things that I'm going to need. Oh, I'm going to need a nail, I'm going to need a bottle, I'm going to need something else, so I have to have it. All of this ready, so I don't have to record the videos. And man, this way, I can't find anything, dude. So we have to organize this the right way, and we're going to start with the most important part, which is the set. Right here, where this mattress is, that's going to be the new set. So we're going to fill this up with boards. The idea is to get some demolition boards over there, fill this up with boards so we can put the table this way, and then we'll film in this direction. See? So now we're going to take a look around here. Let's look for the rest of the boards left over from construction and see if it works. The first thing is for us to get some boards. So I came here to the storage. There are some boards here. Look, old construction boards. They're covered in cement, man. We're going to have to do some work on them. See? These are the boards I managed to get. It's not much, but we'll make do. If anything, I'll keep looking. The idea is to do it as cheaply as possible. But now look, we're going to use that machine over there that I borrowed, and we're going to wash this, man. I just found the biggest mystery of humanity. How do you fit this thing here? You put it here, but it comes off, man. It doesn't stay. There's a button here and all, but it doesn't make sense. It won't spin, lock, or do anything. It just stays like this. Look, see, it comes off. Do you think it holds like this? Keep holding here so it doesn't fall. I don't know, man. Man, I think we're done. Look, there's a lot here. I don't know if it's going to work, but I was looking here. There's another board up here, man. I don't remember if this board is mine or not. I'll ask my dad. Maybe we can use it. It's looking really nice. Check it out. This one here, and then we can move on inside. We're going to have to move everything out of this corner here, take it out, so we have space to work. The idea is to make that corner over there like this. Look, I managed to get a board. I'm going to take it out and wash it right away. Look, it's the 8th one, and a big rain is coming, okay? I think it's going to rain a lot soon. There's this one here. I positioned it. I think this is the best option. We start the wall there, like this, close it over here, and here we make another little wall this way so it can be closed there. For us to record the videos, back there, the person who's recording stands holding the camera, filming in this direction, and then we can do other things for the house later. This really looks like one of those hoarder episodes, you know, with the amount of stuff that's here. We need to organize this soon, man. I need to know where things are. If I can record then, so I can put the boards there, we'll go ahead. I think I'm going to use slats and then we'll nail them to the slat, to the board. I'll see if I can find some. We'll need 4 slats. Let's see if we can find any slats around here. Look, I know there are some slats under here, but there's all this weight on top. I wanted something easier. I'll knock around to see if I find something. There. There. Look, it worked, man, but I couldn't make that little wall on this side like I wanted, so there are only the 2, but we can make that other little wall later and just put it here. No need to screw it in, you know? So we'll do it outside. Another day when we have more wood. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put sealer on this. Sealer. I'm not going to put varnish on it directly. Paint this thing so everything will be dry by tomorrow and we can start putting the tools in. Take a look at the leftover paint I found. Look, I'm going to reuse it. This paint can't be used anymore because it started drying on top. It's all clumpy and there's a lot of dirt inside, but for rough work it'll do. So I'm going to blow on it. Look. There's no way, man. There are some little bits of dirt in there that are going to stay inside. All done, man. Look, this part is totally sorted out. See, tomorrow we'll continue. So we'll start painting the tools and putting the cabinets in here. See you tomorrow. The next day. Guys, let's put up the shelf, man. It's dry, okay? I thought maybe it wouldn't dry, but it's really dry. It's just still a little cold. We're putting up the shelves before the tools, since I need to decide what goes on the panel. I've already set aside some items that will definitely go up there. But there are some things here in the middle that I'll only find if I start organizing. So let's put up the shelves first, then we'll put the tools up there. The first mission is this wall here. I'm thinking about putting up that bigger shelf I have, which is this one right here. Look, it's here on the floor made of metal. It'll give us good space over there. Let's clear everything here first, then move it all there. Done, man. It actually looks good there. Later we'll add things inside. I had an idea to avoid building another wall here and causing a color mismatch. If I took one of these little tables, put it over there, and stack these boxes I have here, one on top of the other, I have plenty of them. We can almost make a wall here, and it already covers the side and keeps things inside. And then, when you want, you just take them out and use them, right? The stuff. Let's see if it works. The idea is to place this drawer unit underneath. The conversation happens over there. I think it's going to work. The tough part is the position. It's hard to reach. Wow, it's looking really awesome. Look at that, look there. This is where the table will be. So it's where I'll put the things I'm recording. So I organize the videos here, then I go and record over there. Really cool, look. The drawer turned out well, but this side is still missing. I won't be able to fill up this whole wall. I still have just a few things. There's this drawer here. There are some chairs, and there's this thing here. Look, this little shelf is another one of those, just smaller, right? Oh, and there's this thing here too. Look, this one is mine too. Let's take this over there and decide where to put the rest. Man, it turned out awesome. Look, I left the exact distance here. You know what for? The bottle shelf, okay? All the bottles I need with stuff inside, I put them all standing up here on top, and the distance is just right. I just left a little gap here. And then it's not too high to put stuff up here. It's kind of high, but you can still reach it just fine. And whatever you put up there, you'll need to climb on something to get it. I think I'm going to take this drawer unit, I'm going to put it just like this with this chair and everything. I'm going to put it in this corner here and then over there. I'll add a few more chairs since I don't have any other furniture to use. Let's organize this here then. See, things are slowly getting sorted out, man. There are still a few things left to get over there. I'll bring everything here and then we'll organize it. Yeah, I think the hardest part now will be the part with the wires. There are a lot of wires like this, and if we leave everything piled up in a corner, we can't use them. We have to keep them stretched out. So I'm going to make something like a clothesline for the wires here. I don't know if you'll need to do it on this side too. I'll start on this side. Look, I'll make a clothesline here. And then we hang the wires. It gets easier. Here are some pieces of wood. I'm still going to get one of these planks. Will this one hold up? It's pretty soft. There are some termites here, but they didn't go very deep. No. Let's use it. It's almost there. I was thinking about sweeping here, but before that, I just had a last minute idea. Man, because there's something missing here that I usually use in the videos, which is the microwave. And look, there's a nice little spot for us to put the microwave. It's over there, we were forgetting to bring it. It's a really old microwave, but it works. Let's see if it works out, if it looks good. There. Music. Look at that, the Tower of Babel is there, and here's the microwave. Look at that, how nice. But can we record other microwave videos now? But we still need to get power over there, but hold on. One thing at a time. Let's clean this floor now. I can't stand the dirt anymore. See how it is? It's already looking good. Once we add those tools, it'll be awesome, right? I cleaned it up a bit and it's looking nice. There are a lot of things here that I set aside as I was organizing, which are the things I plan to hang on the wall. So now we have to tackle this part. Let's use nails. I think it's faster and also cheaper because screws are really expensive, man. I already spent about 50 rays on screws, so let's use nails to hang these things up. Finally, after all the work, it's done. I'll show you how it turned out. I really liked it. Here's our entrance. Please take off your slippers before coming in. Here we have some empty boxes with a few things inside. Over there, we have our big wall of wires. One of the parts I like the most, man. This is really good because I can find exactly the wire I need. It turned out really cool. Organized, this is organization. Over here on this side, we have this cabinet. I put some things inside here. More things that we don't use that often. There's sandpaper, some robot parts here, some video materials over there, a few little things like that, some glass stuff. Look, there are the grass mats I use depending on the scene. And here is the nicest part, which is the bottle shelf. Look at all these little bottles, man. You need a lot of stuff to be able to record videos. There are dyes, glues, different types of oils and so on. Lots of bottles, okay? And when it's a bottle, I'll put it here so it's visible and I can find it easily. Then, turning over here, I got another table. Look, this one is a school desk, just like that one, but it's missing the top. So, at some point I'll find a top for this somewhere, or a piece of wood that I can use to make another top. So, I already put it here, and the day I fix it, I'll put it there, because then we'll have a bigger table to put the videos on. What do? I look at an idea that you guys send me. I check what materials I need, then I go looking for them among my things. I put them there in order, so I put video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5. I prepare 10 or 15 videos and record them all at once, so everything stays on this table. See the drawers? The unit turned out great. I already put things inside and it looks really nice. Under the drawer unit, there's this box here, which I was too lazy to unpack. But here there are magnets and some electronics. It's not good to leave them like this inside the box. We forget what's inside, so when we need it, we don't know where it is. Here's the bag of pipes. I need to keep the pipes in a bag because I don't record pipe videos in here. How am I supposed to record pipe videos in here, right? It doesn't work. There's no water here, so I need to take this whole bag somewhere else, and it's transparent. It's good because I can see the parts I need from outside the bag, so I just take it like this. Here there's something to fix some little bags and stuff. The box tower is still empty, I just put things in it. I think only the first 3 down here have anything. Above that, it's empty since you can't put anything there yet. That's for another episode. We're going to make a nice shelf here while we get more wood, but then, yes, we'll be able to put things inside. And over there are the books, man. Can you believe that 7.5 years of college are in those things here? Look, everything I wrote in college is right there in that stack of papers. See? I use loose sheets instead of notebooks, and some books are there. And then, Turning over to this side again, we have a wardrobe. That's literally it. There are clothes. There are cloths I can use to record or to wipe my hands, right? Either way. And there are slippers too. There are some pairs of slippers and shoes here. Here they are. The box of bottles that I thought was big, but as you can see, it's already overflowing. And actually, I'm going to have to find a way to get another box like this because it's hard to find things like this. So in the end, I'll see if I can get another one and make a second level here with another box. Because we need a lot of bottles, many sizes, different models. Sooner or later we need a bottle, so we need this. Here it really has to be a big space. So there are hoses, I put these things here. There are also some frames that we use in some videos. The ropes are underneath, and here is the set. The lamps we made in another episode. There's also the table here with the grass already on it and my super advanced table height adjustment system. I adjust the height by removing tiles for lower, keeping them flat for this level, or standing them upright for higher, giving me 3 heights. See, look at the strategy here, so there's that, and the little benches here, and on this side are the tools. It's all very organized. The phone died, so I couldn't show everything, but the panels are up there. I put in as many things as I had. There are still some empty spaces here because I don't have enough tools to fill everything, but little by little, as we get more, we'll keep adding them. What's sad are those wrenches over there. Can you imagine a bad wrench? I can't believe I'm still using those cheap 4-reel wrenches, even now. Still, it turned out nice. I liked it. This is going to be the view if it's a horizontal video. If it's a vertical video, then you have to check out the short videos. I really wanted to continue with this series. However, there are 2 issues, right? The first one is that it takes a lot of work. So I spent 2 whole days here working non-stop to organize this outside, which I had already done on the outside, and I don't have many topics, right? Because the studio is already organized. Now we have to make shelves and we have the lights and everything. I'll keep recording these, but if you have another series idea, suggest it here and maybe we'll do it. Long videos take more effort and usually get less feedback than short ones, which is why I don't make many, okay? But if you have a cool idea for something that won't be too much work, we can think about it and maybe record it, maybe even right there on that set, right? What do you think? Is there something we could record there? I don't know. We can think about it, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching up to here. See you next time.